Okay. Okay. Hey guys. Hey, how you doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. All right. Woo. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey there, Susan. How are ya? Good to see ya. Hopefully that phone is going to do okay. I hope everybody's having a good day. We're here throwing cards, doing tarot, having a little bit of fun this morning or afternoon or wherever you're at, but having some fun. You're okay? Guess what? Tell us what? Hopefully good news? Good news, I hope, Susan. Hey there, Tess. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Ireland. Good morning, Pineapple Princess. Good to see you. Okay, so we're doing tarot. This is the time of the show that I do a few quick minis for free at the beginning of the show. And it's usually like 3 cards thrown on any question. I do a few of those and then we get the paid list going. Once the paid list is going, let Kim know what read you paid for and she'll help me keep it straight. Hey, Olivia. Hey. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Isalove. Is it Isalove? Good to see you. Olivia, does LM take our relationship seriously? Let's take a look and see. We've got the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Coins. Yeah, absolutely they do. There's something abundant coming up with the Sun here. This is like the happiest card in the deck. This is a straight yes, and it's as much yes as it can get. The Wheel of Fortune says there's a cycle and a season, and the universe is gifting you something here. Absolutely, they take it seriously. Absolutely. This is a time where things are opening up, and all summer you're going to feel this. This is pretty strong for you. Well, that's what I'm getting. That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Melissa, will you get that apartment in June? Let's take a look. You know what? Let's get a different deck. Guys, I love tarot. I have a ton of decks, as you can see. Ton of decks. Love tarot. But will you get that apartment soon for Melissa? Let's take a look. You get that apartment soon. Whoa! These are just splashing all over the place. Just 1 second. I want to go down and just pull them back out. That's a yes. The star is about our hopes and dreams and wishes coming true. It's also about healing. This is going to be a healing change. The energy, the environment around this is really different. So the moving and what you're doing to change your atmosphere, your physical geography is important for you. Yeah, I think you will. This is beautiful energy for you. Yeah. Hold tight to that and stay very aligned with what you need. Follow your true north. The deck that I was using was the Tarot of the Unfolding Path. And this one is the Mind's Eye Tarot. It's very beautiful work here. So that's what I've got. So that's the names of those. Sure. All right. Hey there, Michelle. Thanks. Okay, number 8645, number. You're going to a conference. Will it be a good one for you? This is something we need to look at. What are we going to look at? We're going to the Tarot of the Sacred Realms, which is kind of darker as far as it physically presents. It's not a dark energy, but darker as it physically presents. So I trimmed the borders off of it. Tarot of the Sacred Realms. The conference for you is going to be full of some kind of spiritual lesson. It's going to be quite big. There's the happy ever after, and there's access to something you've got. There's also something you'll be grieving and letting go of. This is a lesson in forgiveness that you're getting at the conference that you didn't expect. Somebody that you encounter there, it's going to remind you of someone else, and this is a lesson of forgiveness. You're finally going to be able to let go of, it's not like you even knew that you were carrying necessarily a grudge, but you just hadn't let go of something and cleared it, and it feels like you're going to be able to clear it, have access to higher wisdom, higher knowledge, get more on the track, more on your path, not goals, push, but more in alignment, more true to yourself to move forward. In the 10 of Cups, huge happiness coming through. It's like light is finally being allowed in, as if these windows here were like covered with like heavy velvet curtains, and then somebody has moved them aside. That's what's going on for you at that conference. That's huge. That's a big damn deal for you. I love it. That's great. Isaac, will your husband Vance break no contact soon for reconciliation? Let's look at this, Isaac. What's going on with Isaac and Vance? Isaac, something's coming up here. The world is the end of something, the completion of something. The 6 is like a recognition that it's completed. And then here's the 5 of Cups. I don't think he's going to make contact again. It might be that your lessons with Vance are completed for the most part. I don't feel like there's reconciliation in here. I feel like there's completion in there. There's completion and the lesson is already there. It's like you're ready to advance and move forward. You might be holding on to something that's comfortable or something that you wish it could have gone differently or wish it would have been a little bit differently, but it doesn't feel like that's actually going to be a coming back together. It feels like a completion. So sorry, but that's what I'm getting. I could be wrong. You trust your higher self over any card reader, me included, but that's what I got on that. That's what I'm feeling on that for you. So yeah, and that's okay. It's just sometimes we're all a little bit resistant to change because things get scary, things get different, and it's tricky for us. So yeah, that's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the commercial. If you've been in before, you may have seen it. Oh, whew, hopefully that'll stay. Here's the commercial. This is what we're doing today. If you want the blind read, it's $20. That's where you get the read you need. You don't ask a question. I go into my Oracle cards. You get the read you need. $20. If you want to get the year ahead, that's $30. And we do 12 for each, like 1 for each month, 2 in the middle for what's going on for you and the challenge of your year, and then any clarifiers. So that's usually the baker's dozen plus a few more. See what's going on for $30 for the year ahead. If you want to do a full 1-question tarot read and you ask a specific question and we get into it, that's 7 to 10 cards. That's $30. And that one's really like pretty thorough. A Celtic Cross, the complete one, is 10 cards. So that's what the mini is for me. Now, if you want me to get really nosy on my full read or request one of my guides to come in on the read, usually I do 15 to 20 cards on that. That's $40. And I might do the book read or the Emperor's Throne read or one of those specialty spreads that is like that. If one of the guides wants to come in or you want to request a guide and see what comes through or if they've got messages, we'll do that. And then if you want to get one of my specialty reads that is Tarot with the Bones or Tarot with the Crystal Ball or the Past Lives, Tarot kind of shifts gears. It's like it suddenly shifts into this zone of Oracle. Is beautiful and fascinating and great. And those are $50. So Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. That's how you can pay me. Can you do a blind read and a question? People ask me this all the time. No. The answer is no. If you want to do a 1-question read, do a 1-question read. You might as well get into it and get the answer or the subject that you're pertaining to. Sometimes you don't ask a question on the blind read and you get more information than you thought. So the mini, that's this one. The blind is $20 and the mini is $30. So there's a $10 difference. But like the blind read might be, it used to be 7 cards and sometimes it's only 7 or 9 cards. The mini is usually 7 to 10, but I always get a little bit nosy. So if you want a specific question, I would say get the mini. If you want a specific and super nosy, I would say get the full. If you want a blind read and you want to see just what comes through, you might get the answer to your question and not even know. So you don't ask the question on the blind read. That's why it's called the blind read. Blind read. So that's the difference. And it's super cool. Either way, you can get whichever you want. Just let us know. Let Kim know which read you want. And then once the payment is through, we just like get into it and get nosy and enjoy it and love it. So when you look at the cards, do I pick from the deck? You know what? No, I will pick from the feel. So if I feel drawn to a card or drawn to a certain deck, then I'll go to that. I follow the nudge always and try to just get out of the way. It doesn't have to make sense to me. It will almost always make sense to you. So I'll go to a deck. I'll feel drawn to like maybe the Druids deck or maybe a Marquetti deck. Maybe it's like the Divine Legacy. I'll follow the nudge towards the deck. So that's where I'll go to. That's how I do that. And if you want to request a deck, yeah, you can do that. If I've got it, I'm happy to read off of it for you. But if I'm just following the nudge, I'll just go that way. Okay, Amber's got a full. Let's get going with that. And let me see if I can find your question. I'll put this down and we'll look for Amber. And it looks like Kathy sent a payment through too. So let me write this down. So, and Amber, did you go on Cash App? Is that how you did it? It looks like that's the way it went. I'm checking on that. Yeah, okay. So Amber and then Kathy and Amber for a full. And Amber, I didn't see a question on Cash App. Let me look again and see if I've missed that or not. But Is Austin, hang on, is Austin the one for you, for Amber, for a full? Okay, let's take a look. Ooh. We're going to Crystal Visions deck, and this is one that I have too. So I'm going to move this so it's down, and if I mangle the camera or whatever, we're going to do that. But is Austin the one for you, for Amber? Also, what spirit guides need you to know about moving in. Okay. I'm getting that this isn't going to have as much of a charge as you think. You're looking for something that is electrically charged a little bit more pow than what you think. What I'm getting on this is the expectation is a little different than the reality. It means you need to reconcile the two, not have over idealistic thinking on this. Now let's see what's going on. I'm getting 3 on each side and the energy between. Oh my goodness. All right, I love this energy between. Hopefully you can see this. We've got the 2 of Cups, we've got the Lovers, and we got the Magician. Yeah, this is very magical energy. This Austin connection for you feels like it's really strong, it's really good. What we've got here is the 8 of Wands, quickly moving forward. The 3 of Cups, celebration. The 3 of Pentacles, teamwork. Somebody is lined up and really ready for relationship, ready to go. The energy between them and the other person right here. 7 of Cups, a little bit pie in the sky thinking, a little bit getting over the past. You've got 7, 6, and 5. That's really weird that they would line this way. These decks have been shuffled bajillion times. The fact that this is coming, this means somebody is growing up, going through these stages, growing emotionally, advancing, and it's happening. This readiness is over here. This is moving on, getting over what was the sorrow of the past with a little bit of more this lighthearted friendship energy. Now, rose-colored glasses might be a little bit in the mix here, so be careful. What else is going on with this? What is this? This over-idealistic thinking. The need to take action is here, knowing that you have all of the components ready. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. Yes, this is very good for you. This relationship is very good for you. It's like the big love and the big knowledge with the big clarity coming in for you. Anything else? Whoa. Okay, hang on. Okay. The 7 of Swords, learning to cover your ass. This is for both of you. These feels like lessons that go across the board for both of you. Learning to cover your ass, protect what's priority to you, not put so much of your old baggage in the bag with you when you enter the relationship together again, and be aware of what it is that your expectations are. Excuse me. Be aware what your expectations are. This is Sneaky Pete or Robin Hood, the thief card, that sometimes takes what he needs and travels light, steals away. But it's also cover your ass. Know what is priority to you. When you know this, you go into the relationship differently. The 5 of Pentacles. If you're expecting them to complete you, barf. No, that's not how it goes. If you come to it as whole as you possibly can, and they are allowed to come to the relationship as whole as they possibly can, then you leave some of that baggage behind. You don't feel like you're in lack, and you are doing something that is a little bit different than the status quo between the two of you. There is some limitations, and there's the 9 of Pentacles going on. This is limited thinkings and beliefs. And this is setting up your own garden. I want to see a little bit more about this, because this feels like this is wisdom, this is lessons, this is learnings going on. This is somebody significant to you. 2 of Swords. One choice is not as good as the other. I don't know who you were dealing with in the past, but when you're dealing with this person, be very aware that the pattern that you create, the pattern that you're doing, if it starts feeling anything like what it was in the past, you need to okay, let's switch it up. Let's do different. You're not the same person. You're not in that same energy. This could apply to them equally well. It feels like stung and stung. So if you have 2 people that have been adequately stung, you go into the relationship. If you want to let go of the baggage, then you don't do it in that way. One of the ways that this happens that you may have seen, and it may not be exactly yours, but I'm using it for an example. Say you have a relationship that breaks up and the power balance was different, and it feels like one person was always the problem solver and the other person was really never very accountable. So this person almost goes into this parenty energy, and this person's always stuck in this child energy. So if they go into another relationship and they find themselves micromanaging the other person, that's the time to roll that back, babe. Do it differently, because you don't want to set up that dynamic that's out of balance again. You want it to stay balanced as you go forward in there. Anything else on this? Anything else you need to know going forward? Honor your independence. Let go of the limitations of wrapping everything else up with the other person, and honor your independence. You need to be wholly yourself and independently you, and the 2 of you traveling together versus just globbed together. Too many colors in the Play-Doh all mushed together just gives you brown. You need to be independently, vibrantly yourself. Yeah, King of Cups. It's going to be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, and I'm getting this for about a period of a month, and I don't know why, and I don't know what it's about. It's like, let it kind of work some of the kinks out. These are big emotions, and you're going to feel high, low, high, low, high, low. Try and get in this balanced energy. It's not that love isn't a hell of a fun roller coaster ride. It is. But it needs to be a little bit more balanced, and let your emotions guide you, but not take over you. Two of Cups comes up again, and here's the repeat. This is perfect partnering at the time. Perfect partnering at the time. It's really good for you right now. This is the thing to do. When you come into it whole, they come into it whole. It's gorgeous, and the water's good. That's what I've got. That feels super complete. Hopefully that helps. That's gorgeous. I love that for you. I love it, love it, love it. That's a whole hell of a lot going on, and it's happening fast. Like coming soon to a theater near you. Yeah, really, really. It feels like the epic ride. It's a lesson you can't bypass, you can't miss, you can't skip. Yeah, that's what I got. And it's not like the other. So let your emotions guide you. Don't try and who tries to self-sabotage? Don't self-sabotage. Skip that part. Skip the limiting beliefs and move forward anyway. With the Magician, Two of Cups, and the Lovers on this, yeah, you're on the path. This is very, very good. You are so welcome, honey. So welcome. That was a surprise. And this is the Crystal Visions Tarot, with and without the borders, because, you know, I like the borderless. But, yeah, that's what I've got. So, yeah. And that was just a you, them, the energy between, and then clarify. That's how it felt like it needed to come. So that's what I did. So, okay. All right. So next is, I think, Kathy. So let's see if we can find, I'm not sure what Kathy's question was, but if you tell Kim or if you post it, that'd be great. And I'll look and see what, if Venmo shows the question. Sometimes it shows the question, sometimes it doesn't show the question. So we'll see what's going on. Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it there. Now let me look again and see if it's going to go. Yeah, it's just showing, it shows the payment is there, but it's a blind. That's why it doesn't show the question. Duh. Sorry, Kathy. Sorry. Yeah, we'll go in for the blind. All right. Yeah, this is why telling Kim is so good, because she helps me keep my head on straight. Because once I go in and through that, I just go through with it. All right. The blind for Kathy. Let me get these 1 second. Wow. Okay. I'll make sure I've got all of these for your blind. Okay. So something's coming through as far as angelic light, the color gold, a gold with pink. Like if you even look at my nails, sometimes in different light, you'll see the color of gold and pink. This is what you need to take. The luminescent light is something that's coming up. I've got 2 angel decks and the light language deck for you, Kathy. So we're going to take a look. This is actually, it's not a light language deck. It's the angel language called the Zebu angel language, but I use it for light language. It's a great way to get started with that. And it's where I started, and it's beautiful, beautiful symbols. You've got Osini, Nokari, Matanu, Asini, the beauty way, walking the beauty way, passion, Nokari, Nokari. And then Matanu, release. This has very, very strong flow. And this one is a little bit more stubbornly in there. The flow needs to move forward in a little bit of a different way. So you have this harsh that's going forward, and it needs to be sliding through, moving through. Allow more flow to go through. The receptivity needs to be open. The line of receptivity needs to be open a little bit more for you. And then passion and how that brings the balance. It brings far more balance in. So I'm showing each of these to you, and then we're going to get into the other ones. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the camera down, and I'll keep these right side up for you. If you want to be able to look at them and draw them however you want to do is fine. We're going to go into these ones next. This was the deck that called me next. What does this have to do with Kathy? What's going on for her? There's a vault that has been opened. Okay. All right. We're going straight in the vault. Hang on. There's a contract coming on. This says marriage, and it doesn't feel like it's literal marriage. It feels like when things are wed together, weaved together, woven together, it doesn't feel like man and wife, man and wife. It feels like a marriage or a union, a contract, a coming together of a sort. But it doesn't feel like the way we would define marriage. It feels like a weaving together, coming together. This is something that's a contract. This marriage, this union, whatever this is that's coming together, it's a woven together. It's a harmonious woven together. How do you, when you think of tape, like the old school cassette tapes, right? You think of those, and if you think of those and they have like a shimmer on them on one side, right? It's wed together with this other. So you have the sound and the timing going on. This is what's going on. This is the tape that's got an inlaid message on it. It's something that's coming through with the daughter. This is something, this energy, there's definitely feminine energy coming in, and the desire within reach. This is coming in, and this is something in the vault. It's like you're going in the vault. If you think of the big bank vault. Okay, I'm just giving it to you how it's coming through. You walk into the bank. Somebody shows you the vault. You open the door. You go in. You go about 4 rows over. You go down. You grab your box. Pull it out. You've got tape. All these cassette tapes. You reach back to almost the furthest back. Grab that sucker out. I don't know what is on that. You pop it in, and the reels are going there. There's something that's information coding ready to come forward. There's a reeling. It has to be there. It's been there for a long time. It's you going and accessing this because it is the time to do so. You're wed to part of this story. The part of this story is, I would say, wed to you. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what's coming through. It's contracted to you. This is how it is. This is coming through. And this is very, very, the feminine energy, something about the feminine energy. This does feel very, very daughter energy. I don't even know if you have a daughter. This is a daughter energy. This is somebody that you have taught before, that you have been teacher and student to each other in that kind of mother-daughter type of relationship that would have been there before, and it's there now. Yes. Now, don't be thinking that you only play this role forever and ever and ever. I've seen parts of my own past life where my mother was more like a sister to me in that life and not my mother at that time. So we do different roles. We've all been the goodies. We've all been the baddies. We've played different roles, life after life after life. But this is that dynamic that's coming through. And this is that contract that's coming through. What about that? Accessing the code and the tape. It's not an 8-track. It's a cassette. It's old school. Like, if you're of a certain age, you know the 8-tracks in that, because there was only 8 songs in. It's a cassette. It's a reel to reel. It's a relay to relay. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, this is saying you're a powerful light worker. This one is so cheesy it about throws me. It says, if you're nervous, focus on service. I hate the rhyminess of this, but the truth in the card is why I haven't just worked it up and thrown it to the wind. This is what's coming in. Clear yourself. You have to rewind that reel. It's having to go from one reel to another. If the tape is stretched too much, it's a distorted sound. It's like you need to flick the cassette on that tape back into the vault, Something about the way of listening, if there is a distortion in the sound, if you flick it again, you will be able to hear the sound. There's something about the discernment that was distorted before that is coming in more clear now. Go back, listen to that tape, listen to that message, that communication that came through that's been in the vault. If it's in the vault in your life, it means that it's historic. Like, we put things in the vault after we acquire them. We have to acquire them first and then put them in the vault, right? But sometimes it's protected. Like, or you might say to your friends, if they tell you a secret, you're like, okay, this is classified information. It's in the vault, right? It's treasured, it's secreted, it's stored for only certain things, certain times of discernment. This is what's going in. You're going into the vault for this relationship, this beautiful relationship that is something to do with the mother-daughter dynamic and is very, very significant for you. Okay, one more card and that will be complete. The debt's paid. No longer allow yourself to be in guilt. The debt has been paid off. Whatever this is, whatever, like in maybe one life when my mom was my sister, or that was the case, then she comes through in this life and she's the mom, she's teaching me. It's the debt is paid. The balance is there. The karmic lesson is there. If you go back to the vault and you learn this information, there's going to be a forgiveness coming through, but also a recognition that this debt is paid. The teacher and the lesson and how these roles work back and forth is important for you. It's like accessing the vault, and the distortion, when you flick that again, when you look at it again, the distortion is not going to be there anymore. The clarity will be there. The receptivity will be there. It'll be ready to be received. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's what's coming through, and that's complete. Go back. And if you do happen to have cassette tapes around the house. And I'm not talking VHS, and I'm not talking 8-track. I'm talking old cassette tapes. Go look what's on those. Go look at what's printed on that. You can YouTube whatever song it is. You'll know if those words pop to you. You'll know, you'll see. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smack. That is crazy. That's good. Love that for you. I love that for you. That is beautiful. Yeah. Something about that relationship and that kinship is important for you. It's the kinship. It literally is the kinship that comes through on that. You are so welcome. That was gorgeous. I did not expect that. I get so surprised so often. And I love the blind oracle for that, because it just takes me down a different path entirely. So yeah, that was crazy good. Really super fun to see how that comes through and see how that evolves. Let me get some water. But that was just gorgeous. Okay. If you've heard me say this before and I'm repeating, bear with me. If you haven't heard me say this, we teach our kids all the time the ABCs. We teach them math. We teach them, okay, this is how you use the microwave or the VCR. This is how you drive. We teach them those kind of basic navigational skills for life. And what comes through also is that they are the teachers of us, that teach us the big lessons of compromise, sacrifice, unconditional love, the more high spiritual lessons. So take that into account as well when you're thinking about that relationship. When we're thinking about how we teach and work with our kids, it's important. But specific to that last read, take that into account. Okay. Hey, Penny. Hey. You're getting a mini? Okay. Woo-hoo! Okay, so what's your question, honey? Okay, for Penny. General, okay. We're going into the Wake Me Up Tarot for you. Now, this is like modern art, but it's kind of trippy, but we're going to go into here. For Penny's General, we're going to do this in the Australian 10 that I like to lay out. I love that layout for the Celtic Cross. It's the same thing, just spread a little different. So, okay. What does Penny need to know? Like, ding, 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 house bells, clock, ding, 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 alarm, ding, ding, ding. Wake up. Wake me up, tarot, ding, 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 alarm going off. Time. It's time. Definitely time. Holy smokes. Okay. Hopes and fears are keeping you in a hangman position. I'm going to put this down here. Usually I start here, but I'm being called to start here. This is where the hopes and fears are. Here's the outcome, but the hangman position. Now look at this. The whole world looks upside down. I love this deck for this purpose. Hangman is usually upside down as it is, but this card in particular does it really beautifully well. It's like there's a willing sacrifice. And this is when I tell people sometimes literally to lay upside down on their bed. Look at it from a different angle. The sacrifice that's being required is important. But more important than that is the new awareness, the new consciousness going forward for you. The new epiphany that's going to pop for you is important. The time has come. Time has definitely come. You've got the Six of Swords. You're leaving the rough waters for smooth. This is indicating travel. This is also indicating travel. Knight of Wands. Whatever has been like kind of choppy, difficult, the baggage that you carry for too long needs to be left behind. You see this, typically you see the boat and the Six Swords. Sometimes you see the Six Swords to the side. But if you were to have those in your cart, if you're travel light. Don't pack so much baggage with you. And this is something that might be a trip that you go on your own. It might be a trip that's more inspired or more about you than the rest of the family. This is what you need to do. This is venturing into your own inspiration again in a big way. This is what's going on for you. Going forward. Unconscious and conscious. Subconscious, big love, big flow, lots of love and opportunity and offering to others all the time. This is just how you're wired. Big heart, big compassionate heart. Really abundance on the love. And then into overflow. It's almost like the cups can't contain the emotion. This is celebration. Whatever this is that you're traveling towards is going to be rich in the emotional landscape. So don't hold back in fear. Don't hold back because you don't see all the details mapped out. It's time for a road trip. It's time to go anyway. It doesn't even matter necessarily where the destination is, as long as the intention is to go and enjoy the journey, enjoy the travel, and do something different to mix it up, to get yourself out of this stuck position over here, okay? And scooch these so you can see them a little bit better. Hopefully that you can. Okay, next out we have the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past and the King of Swords in the near future. Ace of Pentacles, gift, offering, surprise reward, a little, sometimes an income boost. Maybe it's an extra 30 bucks. Maybe it's an extra 300 or 3,000. One never knows. But this is an opportunity with a little extra income boost coming in here. This is the one that plans and is strategic and plans and is strategic, plans and is strategic. The challenge for you is to don't get overly planned and micromanage the details. Be strategic. But this one, as it often comes through for me as a 3 months, for you it's coming through as a 1 month. Very, very interesting. You're needing an ace in that. You're needing the ace in the swords, the ace in the clarity right here. Let's look for the second deck and see what's going on. King of Swords, King of Swords. What do we got for here? In the near future, in this month, what does she need to know? What does Penny need to know? Oh my gosh, get on the fucking road, man. Look at this. This is why I double down. There is a reason for you to be doing this right now. Holy cow, the Six of Swords. Leave the baggage behind. Leave the things that may be disappointed or the things that, oh, I don't know if I can finish this. It's time for a break. Leave it behind. It's time to move forward regardless. Knight of Cups. Go for something that feels like the idealistic notion. Get a little bit more dreamy in what you're thinking. You could do with a little less logic, or a lot less logic right now. You could do with allowing the dreamer in you to have time to stretch the legs a bit more. This is huge for you. What else going on? Temperance, yeah, it's going to bring balance. This is something that's huge for you. Now we see so much of this Cups energy. And when we see Temperance, typically, it's the 2 cups. It's the mixing, the mixing, the mixing, and the mixing, the mixing, and the mixing. It's not, you know, the vinegar and oil salad dressing. No, it's the Hidden Valley Ranch and all this. It's the mixing and mixing, finding your formula. It's the mixing and mixing, finding your flow. And when you see that traditionally, you see 1 cup poured into the other, and it's not gravity pouring and going down. It's going sideways. So the flow, the very nature of the flow is different energetically. When you feel that different flow, when you travel outside what the norm is, the flow comes together in a way that is more balanced, okay? Be aware of that. What else? Oh my gosh. I'm going to just show you this. What did we just talk about? Oh my gosh. What I just said, yeah, this is a time where you are learning your flow. This is something where magic is really, really happening for you. The clarity is that you are finding your formula. You are transmuting things. It is big, big, big magic for you. So you're changing your perspective and really, really just, oh my gosh. The 3 of Wands is typically waiting for the Santa Fe burger, but this one feels like a point of arrival and knowing that you have arrived. So the journey you're going on and knowing that you have arrived by how you're changing, how you flow is the huge lesson for you. I just, wow. I can't do it any better than the cards just did. That is fantastic. Whatever you are trying to alchemize, this is the point where you are doing it, and it is in the now, it is in the flow, and it comes by you getting out of your norm, going out of your comfort zone, taking a trip that you are inspired to take, taking the chance on something to leave the baggage behind, and going into this new kind of flow. It's huge for you. I just don't even know how to say it any plainer. It's just ba-bam. It's important. Holy cow. Yeah, that's complete. And this is not waiting for the Santa Fe burger. You know how I say the Santa Fe burger and you give the order and then you don't chase the waitress? You've been waiting long enough. It's like on a silver platter for you. That's what it feels like. That's what's come through. Holy smokes. That's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Good luck. Holy cow. I love that. Love it, love it, love it for you, honey. That's amazing. And this is the Wake Me Up Tarot. And it's quite the tarot. I mean, it's got the modern art, but don't ever doubt or question the modern art or the cute decks. Potent is there. Potent, potent, potent when you see it in a different way. You are so, so welcome. Yeah, let me know how things go. You're waking up for sure. Yeah, you totally are. And it's coming together in such a beautiful way. So just let go of some of the thinkeriness. And this month is prime important for you. I don't know why. You know better than me. That's what I got. Holy smokes. That's beautiful. That's great. So that's just fantastic. There's no getting around that at all. And I love when the cards repeat like that. That's like the universe giving you a neon sign. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So we got Penny's done. Okay, I don't know who might be next on the list. Kim, do you know? Or if there is someone on the list, let me know. I'm going to get some water. Wow. Yeah, that Temperance card just blew me away. It just kind of blew my doors off. We see repeats sometimes come up, but to see a repeat as you're clarifying and going right down on top of it, I was like, ba-bam. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what you guys just saw was Penny getting a mini read, but this is me getting nosy, and this is where the clarifiers come. So if you want to get a mini or a full, a mini is usually 10 cards, a full is usually 15 to 20 cards. So that's what's going on. You were holding your breath. Good, good. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah. Breathe. It's exciting. Let life breathe you a bit. It's not like that we're just breathing life in. Life is also breathing us. We can't keep the breath out any more than we can keep the breath in. It's a matter of getting the rhythm. So it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that. So yeah, that's one of the reads that I do. And tell Kim if you're getting a read. I think we could go into, yeah, it's time to do a collective. Okay, all right. Time to do a collective. And Nell wants to be here, so we're going to do this. Nell. Now, Nell is one of my guides. If you haven't been in before, Nell is one of my guides. She's very, very fairy in her temperament. So let's see what Nell has to say. She's usually on a boulder near a rock near a stream, and she's walking way far down the stream. Okay? Keep walking, way far down the stream. Okay, I'm just going to show you the cards. Nell wants into crowd. So here's the cards. They're reading very, very oracle. And Nell is just like very, very excited to get here. Very, very excited. Tumble, rumble, rumble down the stream. Tumble, tumble. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Go farther. It's going to be fun. It's going to be play. It's going to be exciting delight. But if you stay just splash in your same little pool, in your same little zone, it's no fun. Tumble, tumble, tumble down the stream, she'd say. She's telling me you have to go out of your way, walk further down. There's not only just one sweet. There's not only just one sweet. Okay, all right. There's not only just one sweet spot is what she's saying, but she wants to talk. The sweet spot is what you make it. You take the honey with you. You can grab the hive. You can grab the bees. You can grab it all. Or you can just batch the hive. If you batch the hive, the bees get really plenty mad. If you take the honey, gentle. Not like a crazy Pooh. Not the crazy Pooh Bear that you know. No. You have to do gentle. Take the honey with you. All the honey of the sweet. You go down the stream. You have another sweet spot, another adventure. Challenge far away. Like when I go to the woods. Yes. Like when I go to the trees, up the trees with the hive. I can go with the bees. I can go with the hive. It can be fun. No, it's not so stingy. We think, oh, stingy around bees. Oh, no, a bee. A bee. What the heck? Crazy people? What the heck? The bees are there doing all their good thing, all their good work, all the magic of the honey, sweet stuff. Move forward, down the stream. See the desert? Okay, all right. She's giving me the visual, and I want you to have this, so she's going to have to wait. It's like she comes to down the stream, and here's this desert, and here's this big, huge, it's like a saguaro cactus or something like that, with this huge, think 12, 14 foot cactus, and there's flower. Now, I don't even know if saguaros actually make the cactus flower. I have no idea, but that's the image I'm getting. See the desert again. Okay, all right. Stingy, prickly, ouch. You have to go. There's a time, there's a season, there's a time to get out of your sweet spot. Go to the next sweet spot. Prickly, ouch. No. Don't be afraid. Go. You have to see the bloom. You have to see the beauty. You have to see it unfold. This is how the lesson is. Yeah, okay, maybe a rock's in your shoe. Yeah, okay, maybe a stickery here or there. But not the prickly, not the stingy. She's talking very much about getting out of fear, going towards what is the different kind of terrain, the different kind of geography, in order that we might see the miracle of whatever that desert flower bloom is, that we might be on our path even though we don't know it, even though it feels like we're going on the detour, that we might be on the path. Take the detour. Crazy people, orange cones. She's coming back up towards a rock, and she's firing down these like orange construction cones, like boom. Take the detour. Zigzagging through the cones. You know how to do this. Zigzag. Then go back down the stream and go to the desert. Somebody needs to be going to the different geography, to the different location, going forward, out of their way, not so much afraid of the beehive, but taking the sweet spot with them, enjoying ourselves and taking the sweetness with us into the different location, into the next day is what the lesson is. This is huge for us. This is huge, huge, huge. Anything else? Yes. We have the magic within us, and she's saying, like the little mice know they're little mice, but they're important little mice. And we have the magic within us. This is how we bring it forward. We have the sweet stuff within us. We have the honey with us. We take the magic forward with us. Is that it now? She's like, yeah. Like, duh. Okay. Yeah. And she's down the stream from her usual spot, and she's just kicking it there. That's complete. Holy smokes. Okay, Nell. Okay. That's what we got. Thank you, Nell. Holy cow. Okay, Kim, did you say there was somebody on the list? And it looked like my daughter was there. Hey, Altie. Hey. Good to see you. Okay. So let's see what else. I think there may have been somebody else on the list or something else that has come through. So if you let me know, hey there, sweetie, then I will take a look at that. I'm trying to see where the message is here. Hello. Okay. All right. More than the road less traveled. It's like, it's Michelle for a blind. Okay, we'll get that. It's not the road less traveled. It's more about don't be a chicken shit, or don't be afraid of the prickly things on the road. So the road that you avoid is not just the road less traveled. It's the road that you avoid. The expansion you avoid needs to be embraced because you have the sweetness in you. So the road less traveled is one way to put it, but it's the road that you know that you will go around or avoid most often to stay in your sweet spot. Take the sweet spot with you. All right. So for Michelle, is that right, Kim? We've got Michelle for a blind. Is that right? I think that's right. Let me get some water. Different Michelle. Gotcha. Okay. We've got to start with Madame Endora's fortune cards. And what I'm getting is Fortune's Landing, Fortune's Landing. I'm not sure what this is about. It's like it would be a good title for a book, but I don't think that's what it's about. And I'm getting references to Greek temples. I don't know if it's Athena's temple, but I think it might be. That's what I'm getting referenced. That doesn't usually come up with this. The wolf and the unicorn. Okay. The wolf and the unicorn are coming in together, and the unicorn is what needs to be the prevalent one. The wolf is the way that is the way of the past. It's the way of defending, over-defending, and being a little bit more on the defensive than you need to be. The message on here is saying, beware who you trust. It's like you've been too defensive, too defensive, too defensive. The wolf needs to let go. The wolf, yeah, it has the sharp claws. Yeah, it has the sharp teeth. Yeah, it can be very predatory in nature. Unicorn can equally use its horn and gore you just as much as a rhinoceros or any other sharp type of thing. But the unicorn has the magic with it. The unicorn is the stage you're going to. So this fear, this survival, this need to protect, defend is no longer there. Good fortune and friendship is coming. This is opening up and being more receptive to that going forward. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I'm going to drop this down. This wolf energy feels like this is something that you need to let be in the past. Unicorn here, I want to know more about this going forward. And how are we in Athena's temple? This is, I will guide, I am authentic, I feel lost. This is allowing some of this loss and uncertainty to be there, allowing spirit and the divine to guide, and allowing you to set the example, to guide differently by dropping the defenses. Opening up and allowing authenticity to flow through is huge for you. Huge. I'm going to show these to you. This feels external to you, like a guide, angelic from the other side. This feels like you. And this feels like what you're letting go of, this wolf thing, this letting go of this wolf. This is where you're getting this. You're inviting more of this in. Let's see what else is going on. We're back into here. We're not done with these yet. I want to know what's with this authentic and the unicorn here. I am worthy. Aha. 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 Okay. When we get the I am worthy. It's really acknowledging that just the very fact that you are is what makes you worthy. You are divine. You are divinely connected. We are more spirit than we are physical. We're having the human experience. We see the physical. We see the 3D. We don't see the subtle energies as easily. It's part of what's the requirement when we get into Earth School in the human format. And the you are worthy is totally, totally here. It's why the defenses come down and soften. The authenticity of you exactly as you are needs to be honored. And it is where some of this magic comes in. It is where some of this unicorn energy comes in. It is where some of the myth meets the archetype and it comes together. We're going to Athena's temple for a moment now. Lucy is a good guide for me to bring you in with there. If you think of the Greeks and the goddess Athena, the goddess of love, walking by your own side with love for self is huge for you. It is almost as if a layer of beauty, or I wouldn't even call it angel wings, as if a wrap, what would they call that? A swath of fabric that is almost like luminescent. Like if you think of angel wings having this beautiful, beautiful iridescent energy to them, right? Think about a fabric being placed around you in that way. And is also the veil that you would wear in the temple as the goddess walked with you. Very, very sacred walk, sacred path that you're doing. This is where you're going. In your meditation space, go ahead, bring up the pillars, the columns of the temple, Athena's temple. Bring up the pillars of that temple. Walk that hall. Be in that hall, walk that space. Athena will walk with you. This is something where this beautiful, beautiful energy surrounds and wants to walk with you. It's incredible. It's incredible. Sometimes the ancient goddesses in the temple didn't feel like they had their worth, even though they were the ancient goddesses. Sometimes they would have these very, very mortal lessons to share with us. There is beauty in this learning. There is beauty in learning to walk authentically. And this is what is the luminescent wrap that's already around you. When the authenticity shines through, this is when you start to glow. It's when you become luminous. All right, what else is going on for you? Walk, and it's very much it's very much a straight walk. There's an endless, it feels endless to me. You'll know when you need to stop and pause and take a view, and you'll see across where there is a pond, where there is grass going down, and there is a pond. You'll know when you need to pause and stop and talk with your guides one-on-one. It just goes on quite a bit. It's not actually endless, but it is a long, straight path that it is where you are very, very receptive to teaching, to learning, to downloads, walking this sacred hall. Okay. The eclipse, the prism, and the mystical eye. Now, this is something very, very different. You need to be aware of eclipses, not just the one that's happened recently, but for the next 2 years, I would say, be very, very aware. The prismatic light that you see, if you don't have a crystal prism or a sun catcher on your window, you should get one, because just by meditating on the way that the light is shown through, the way the color shines through, it's like it shines through the window, hits the wall, and you focus on that for a little bit, it will take you out of the hamster wheel of the mind, the 9 of Swords type of thing. It will take you out of this jumble of the mind. You focus on that, focus on that, focus on that. It will act as a way that you can shift what it is that you're seeing. This is using prismatic light to your advantage. Yes. Yeah, if you don't have sun catchers or whatever, order one, get one. Get one right away. Get one on the... It's on, if you have a western window, get it on the western window. This is telling me that this is not a more of a sunrise experience. This is more of as the sun is setting, more towards that time of day, like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., that kind of thing. That part of the day is when this prismatic light, and you reflect on what's going on, and you'll sort through it. It feels like in the beginning of the day, you're busy, busy, busy. There's a little bit more of the hubbub going on for you. But as the day starts kind of wrapping up towards the sunset of the day, this is when the prismatic light and the reflecting time will come for you, and you'll be able to shift this. The mystical eye, this is how you're looking. We've talked about this. This is how you focus. This is how you focus through a different lens. It's not so much the all-seeing eye. It's the mystical eye, the way the mystics would view. This is how you shift it. I'm telling you. It's as clear. You will see color differently. You will see light differently. You will see your own day and your own narrative differently. You're walking a different path. It's very much full of more love energy for the steps that you have taken, for the due diligence that you do in each day. It is important, and you're bringing more of this expressive magic unicorn type power forward. Yeah, you need to walk with Athena a little bit. That's the deity that you need to be spending time with. Allow present in your world a little bit more. That's what I got. That's complete. Holy smokes. I don't know that we've ever had that quite come through in that way. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Holy smokes. Love that for you. Love it, love it, love it. That's what I got. Wow. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you guys, I know I get bossy. I mean, Alta, my daughter, so she's here, she will tell you I am a bossy. But I don't get to get in the way and not be bossy either. So when it comes through very distinct and specific, or if you get homework from me, you get the homework. That's what it is. That's how it goes. Yeah, yeah. You got to work with some of the Greek deities because this is the time to do so. So that's what I've got for you, honey. It's really, really specific. Yeah. I don't know why it is there. And it may be something to do with her being the goddess of love and also of beauty, and knowing what this is about yourself and honoring that part of yourself a little bit more. Yeah. The bossiness always is meant with love. Always, 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 always. Do we all have them? I'm not sure what you're asking. Let me see if I can catch that question a little more clearly because it went by. Do we all have them? Can you ask your question a little more clearly, and I will be reading the screen and looking? Deities, yes. Yes, we all have. Okay, so you've probably heard me reference Guardian Angel Ted or my spirit guides. We all have guardian angels. We all have a council that's constantly working for and with us as we go through Earth School. Earth School curriculum is tricky, really, really tricky. But we all have divine ancestors, guides, angels, call them whatever you want. But the divine on the other side is always helping. We all have a council really ready to help us and help assist us. And we have connections with different deities at different times because these are different lessons. So all of humanity, when we go historically back, they may have called the gods different in Greece than they did in Rome or in Egypt or in current times. But the energy, the archetype energy that's there, and your spiritual council, your spirit squad, whatever you want to call it, guardian angel, Ted and the likes, they're all going to be there. How do we know them? You know, it varies for each of us, but they know you. So if you ask and you don't know who yours is, call guardian angel Ted or Tedette, if you want to call it, whatever. Just let them know that you want your spirit guide to start helping you and sending your signs. So they will do that. They will once you open up. And it sounds, I know, a little bit bonkers, but to me, that is 1,000% truth. So yeah, just start inviting them in a little bit more. I know of one person, and instead of feathers, they just get all these balls all the time, like tennis balls and little rubber balls and bouncy balls, and there are always balls are what is coming through as the sign. So you'll get different signs, and even from different like ancestors or relatives, they might send you different kinds of signs. Just be aware they're working all the time, and we kind of have learned to dismiss or water it down or talk ourselves out of seeing the synchronicities. But there's a book, and I think it's called The Chiromancer's Path, or Walking the Way of the Chiromancer, something like that. Chiromancer, Kairo, Chiromancer, or Chiromancy. Sidewalk Oracles, that's what it's called. Sidewalk Oracles. It talks all about this. Excellent book. So that is definitely worth its price to get, to read, to take in. There's a lot of that discussed in there, how spirit and synchronicity lines up all the time for us. Your friend got you an eye sun catcher? You've got to be kidding. That's great. That's fabulous. It's a gold eye. Love it. That's fantastic. Yeah, sun catchers are really interesting. And if you get prismatic light through them, for some of us, that can just shift so quickly with that. You'll know what resonates with you. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let me get some water. If there's any other questions or anybody else on the list, let me know. Otherwise, we'll do last call right now. So if you want to get the paid reading, get on the list, and we'll go from there. Oh, thanks, Jean. Thanks. All right. Okay. All right. So I think if that's it, we can wrap it up. If that's not it, you let me know, but we'll give it a minute or two. Schedule for the weekend, I don't know. Phil's going to be home today, and I think he's going to be home through Monday, and then he's back on the road on Tuesday. So hopefully we'll be able to do a show at least once this weekend. We'll try and do that and see what we can do. And I'm usually on Monday and Wednesday at 11, and then it kind of varies from there. But this weekend, I'd like to get on with Phil because that's always so much fun. We have a great time when we do that. So I'd like to do that, but I don't know which day he might be up for. We'll see how tired he is when he comes through. You love my late night shows. You know what? I've got to probably be a little bit braver and do some of those. Maybe try doing a few of those on my own, because when Phil's home, we're more likely to do those late at night. But I've got to try that a little bit more and see what's going on. But I think that we'll just, if we want to wrap it up, we'll wrap it up right now. And then I'll upload this whole show in its entirety to the YouTube channel. And you guys can check out the reads there. So, and you're always free to record your reads. Always, always, always. So that's what I've got going on. So I think if the list is clear, then we'll just do this. I'll go grab some lunch. You guys will go have fabulous days and all that jazz. And we'll leave it there. So that's the plan. So, all right, big hugs, lots of love, and I will see you later this weekend. And yes, kiddo, I will call you. I will call you in about, give me 15 minutes. I'll give you a call, sweetie. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Mwah. Bye, guys. Take care.